Welcome back to Off Corporate. It's your boy CharDale B back with another banger. It feels so good to be back. Man, y'all never believe what happened to me the other day. I met this guy, right? He walked up to me. He was like, "Hey man, where can I find you?" And I was so excited because I finally got to say it. On social media, it's chardale.b. Yeah. And then I walked off. Yeah, it was real nice. But anyway, you saw my man Antwaun Lamont in the introductions. He's going to be bringing PNP Medallions to this episode in just a second. But before we get to that, I want to make sure I send a special thank you to everyone out there that showed their support for this channel so far. It's much, much appreciated. So this is just scratching the surface. So make sure you subscribe so that you'll see the future episodes that are in the works. Make sure you leave a comment below about what you want to see in the next episode because I'm keeping track. The feedback that you're giving me will help me evolve the channel, and I much appreciate it. All right, so that's it for now. Let's go ahead and hop into this week's episode on PNP Medallions. Let's go. I know, being a creative, you really don't necessarily have like a favorite thing, but like what do you find yourself doing the most creatively?
Oh, comedy.
Comedy? Interesting. See, I did not know this about you.
I had a couple instances. I did little amateur nights or whatever else, little 5-minute segments or whatever else for stand-up comedy. I think that's kind of fun. Mm-hmm. I think that's a whole lot of fun just because I find humor in everything. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If I'll see something that everybody just love and I'll make fun of it just because it entertains me. And just so happens that sometimes when I entertain myself, I entertain others. So,
how'd you get into breakdancing? I know a little bit of your story, but what brought you into it and like the specialty of the top rock?
Oh man, the crazy thing is before I got into breakdancing or hip hop culture in general, I was raised pretty much on jazz and classical and things like that. My grandfather was a musician, so like he just really embedded jazz into me or whatever. I did waltz, I did jazz step, I did tap dance, things like that.
Really? Wow, that's something I did not know. I honestly did not know that.
And I remember CW Boxing Club.
Oh yeah.
And in that basement, there was a b-boy crew down there, Alliance All-Star B-Boys. My man OG Houston, shout out to Houston Alexander. He was down there, just getting down with his boys or whatever else, and girls. There was a couple ladies down there and whatnot. What I found out as I got older, a lot of OGs are hesitant on teaching individuals who don't show the passion for the culture in itself, not just, because you get a lot of kids that want to learn a certain something because it's cool, rather than learn about the culture. So that first day, he kind of just pushed me off to the side, just pay attention to this person, watch that person, you know what I mean? And so I did what was called mental reps. Mental reps. I went home, and some of y'all, I'm tell you my age a little bit. I had a So Def Bass All-Stars cassette tape. And I threw that into the deck, and I danced for like a good 4 hours.
Okay.
Probably all wrong. All wrong. You know what I mean? I don't know what I was doing, but I was loving the music. Yeah. And what I learned in that little moment was, in order for you to even be creative, you got to enjoy doing what you're doing.
I feel that. Yeah. So how'd you build up your confidence? Because there's a lot of creatives out there that are in the same boat, right? They're not sure if they're qualified, if they can get out there and do that stuff. So, what helped with that?
Well, the crazy thing is I'm still not comfortable being in front of people. You know what I mean? I'm just going to be honest. I honestly, if I could be successful as a performer but not be a performer, I would do just that. You know what I mean? But the easiest way is, there was a saying that was given to me during the times I was performing and competing and everything else, is that you dance to express, not to impress. And pretty much what that means to me is, when I get out there, enjoy myself. I'm really sharing myself, because dance in itself, music, no matter what you're doing, it's a language. And so if I'm happy, if I'm sad, if I'm angry or whatever else, I try to put that in my art And, you know, hopefully it gets to a point where I'm so creative in it that nobody else exists at the moment that I'm doing it.
No doubt.
And, you know, when you're in that comfort level, it allows you to be creative in whatever aspect. And since we're talking about dancing, it allowed me to be creative on the dance floor, doing whatever I was doing, no matter what style of dance I was doing.
Yeah.
So
I definitely enjoyed it. We have battled against each other. We've danced together.
You kicked my tail one time, man. I think I owe you one.
Well, shoot. He gonna make me get back into it. We've kind of got to the part of the show where we talk about these things. All right, I don't want to describe them. I want you to describe them.
All right, well, these pieces, these right here are the medallions. All right, it's more than just a necklace. It's something that is supposed to be a representation of whatever's prideful to that individual. That medallion is an extension of themselves.
Right.
I've been wearing a medallion since I was younger. You know what I mean? And my medallion was always there.
I feel that.
So
I guess, when I think back, you have always had a unique piece around your neck. Okay.
And so eventually what happened was, it was like almost like an icebreaker, so to speak. And it allowed me to be able to explain to them why I wore that specific piece that I had on. You know what I mean? Because I feel like people treat each other better when they know a little bit more about that individual. You know, it's easy, you know what I mean, to disregard someone that you see no value in because you're ignorant of who they are.
Yeah, that's facts. That's the type of stuff I'm talking about right there. Whenever you approach it like that, you're gonna have success.
You know, purple is a representation of royalty.
Yeah.
Orange is a representation of creativity. You know, red is the blood of the people. You know, things like that and so forth. And so when I get these colors and I put those colors together, it gives me a new story. So what I try to do is I put those things together, think about what is prideful to a specific individual, or just prideful to just people in general. And then that's when I decide if I'm going to put whatever symbol, you know, whether that be an ankh or a continent, you know, representing the person's heritage or whatever else. Whatever the being is. So
okay, let's pick one of these up. Let's kind of take a look at it up close and personal. You know, the main thing I love about these is how lightweight they are.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because platinum chain or gold chain of this same thickness and size would probably weigh a few pounds. I don't know. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but it would definitely have some.
Pretty heavy.
And I love how no matter which way it's facing, it has a nice design.
I do have some that you can actually flip. They're two-sided.
Yeah.
Whereas it'll have maybe, like if it had Africa on one side and then the other side it may have America.
Okay.
Or have Africa and they have a fist or whatever else. So
yeah, and they've got some texture and some thickness to them. So I like that three-dimensional aspect of it. Okay, cool. Yeah, and I found out recently he's got his product in stores, so that's really cool.
And the leather here is actually kind of I wouldn't say metallic, but it's shiny, almost like the leather that you would see on a pair of 11 Jordans. You know? I feel like less is more. You know what I mean? So I want it to be to the point where if a person see it, it attracts their attention. Yeah. But I don't want it to be to the point where it's distracted. You know what I mean? Distracting to whatever it is you're wearing that day.
Yeah. I could really see myself wearing these all day. They're just so comfortable to wear.
I mean, I wear one every day.
Yeah.
Like straight up. Yep.
That's good. You know, if you don't wear your own product, you know, then it's a question. So I'm definitely going to cop. I would say for the folks out there who are seeing these and are like, wait a second, you know, this might be something I would rock. This is definitely a must cop. I think I'm gonna pick up actually 2 today if you don't mind.
Not a problem, not a problem.
Do you have anything special, you know, that I might have asked for that might?
You already know. I do. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be right back.
Okay.
I got this for you. Yes, sir. Now this one right here, this is slightly different. So this is actually our fashion jewelry. I say our because I'm talking about me, myself, and I, because we are our best friends. All right.
Hold it up a little bit so the
Yep.
people, okay.
Yeah, fashion jewelry right here. Now this one has the cat, the panther, and also with this one, which is slightly different from the larger medallions, I make it so that it's elastic.
Ooh, right.
You know.
I'm gonna just go ahead and set this on, you know, just to try it out.
It's dope.
Chain hanging, chain hanging, jang-a-lang, jang-a-lang, jang-a.
Like this is a piece I could definitely see myself wearing on a regular, if not every day. So man, I really appreciate this piece. Yeah. So we talked about the positive. We looked at some pieces. What was like one of the biggest challenges that you had to overcome to turn this into a business?
Well, it's a gift and a curse, the process. A lot of people hate to hear the word process, especially when it becomes a cliche for most programs, organizations, franchises, or whatnot. But truthfully, one thing that I've learned is that everything of value, the reason why it is value is because of the process of it actually being manifested. There's a reason why we value gold more than aluminum, because of the process of it actually coming to life or whatever. With this here, I spend quite a deal of money on just, I don't know, material for the most part, you know, just keep it going. But my enjoyment is when it's completed. You know, when I start each medallion piece that I make or whatever, it takes about 3 to 4 hours.
Okay, so that's also our tip for the day, guys, is work your process. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Don't worry about how they're coming up with their ideas. Find your own inspiration and then work your process. If that starts slow, if that starts difficult, just stick with it. And remember the reason why you got started, because that's ultimately what's going to lead you to your success, is that why, that reason why you're doing it. All right. Where can people find you if they want to pick up a medallion? What's the best way for people to get a hold of you? How do they pay you? Let the people know.
Oh, the great thing about it is I keep everything simple. Everything, you know, I do hashtag PNP Medallion, which is P as in Paul, N as in Nancy, PNP Medallions is spelled all the way out.
Okay.
The great thing about it is I actually converse and respond. I would say respond. I converse with my customers because everything's handcrafted by myself.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
and that's the key. You know, these are handmade pieces.
these aren't things that I'm ordering for and bringing it back in and then marketing to people. This is stuff that I create in the comfort of my own living room, kitchen, basement, wherever I'm at. You know what I mean? So you see something, hit my inbox, you know, let me know what it is that you like or what that, you know, ideas that you may have for yourself, because I make personal pieces. You know, I've made things for, you know, rest in peace, people who have lost loved ones. I've put pictures inside of some of them. So I converse with the individual, get to know what it is that you actually want before I start the process on creating your artwork. So,
all right, my man. There you go.
Appreciate you.
Get my 2 medallions and I'm out.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you guys in the next episode. Comment below. Let us know what you thought of PNP Medallions. If you have any questions about things that we talked about in this episode, make sure you subscribe and like the channel. And we'll see you in the next episode of Off Corporate. Peace.
I freestyle basic, cause face it, you don't believe me, so I disguise my lyrics on my style flows freely, daily. Let's say we get to the point where you pay me. Currency won't change me, my style will still be freely pushed to any who face me in the city. I boldly spit these lyrics you hear casually. Come at me spitting written verse of blasphemy, trying hard to sound hard me. I do what comes naturally, cause actually over time I grew quite fond of me. Ran with myself and I grew a strong bond with me, and we've been down with hip hop since Barkley was in Philly, but lately I've been shady because of what I see on TV.